In 2026 and beyond, people will not buy from brands that sound polished. They will buy from the ones that sound self-aware. People are sick and tired of authenticity. They want emotional resonance. Your audience doesn't want more value. They don't need more proofs. They're not looking for better hooks or psychological triggers. They're looking at you, and the only question on their mind is, can I trust her? And that trust cannot be built from persuasion. It has to attract. This marks the new era of personal branding, the era of selling without selling. And in this video, I'll break down exactly how you can keep up. Something that no one wants to talk about. Most of the marketing gurus, marketing bros, they're teaching you the same outdated psychological triggers and hooks that were popular in the 90s. Open any marketing book from the 90s and you will see the exact scarcity, urgency. But times changed. Your audience already has 20 plus years experience of being sold to from everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, emails, webinars, funnels, ads, Google ads. After all of this exposure, they're emotionally fluent. In this day and age, people do not consume your content, they scan it. And the moment they see those sales tactics, their brain already is wired to go, oh, she's selling, and disregard anything you're saying completely. They already seen all these templates, they already heard all these hooks. They know perfectly well how authenticity is performed and not lived. People are more emotionally intelligent and people are more marketing intelligent. So stop thinking your audience is dumb and blind to that and realize that they will see perfectly clear when you're speaking from strategy and when you're speaking from truth. When you're performing confidence instead of embodying your conviction. That's why most of the brands today sound so smart, but they don't feel alive. And the thing is, you really cannot trigger somebody into buying, because persuasion without trust feels like manipulation. When your entire brand is built on marketing techniques, sure, you may get exposure, you may get engagement, maybe even sales. But what you will never get is devotion. And devotion is the whole reason, the whole core of personal brand is making people devoted to you so that they will follow you wherever you go next. This is the reason why you should build a personal brand and the reason why it cannot be built on the marketing we are being sold and fed still to this day. So here are 3 shifts that you can internalize today to make your brand more magnetic and trustworthy without being more loud or more confident or more polished. In the end, I will give you the exact voice activation assignment that I give to my private clients, and you will be able to see right away in real time how your real voice is different from this marketing voice persona that you've created. Let's go. I switched niche 3 times. I switched 2 accounts, 2 languages, lost followers every time. That wasn't even the problem. The problem was that I had this feeling I have to start from zero. It felt like new niche, new audience, new identity. So it was like a whole identity reset. And it's hard. It loses you so much money when you have to reset your whole identity every time you evolve. That's why shift number 1 is you have to build a brand that can evolve with you. When I was listening to all of these marketing gurus telling me to pick a niche, I'd pick it, but it was so narrow that every time I was going through some personal development, I outgrew it. Yeah, it was so strategic, but when I evolved, my brand couldn't go with me. I didn't lose followers because I pivoted. I lost followers because my brand was not built on the raw truths of who I actually am. When your brand built on this niche and positioning, the moment you change, it boxes you in. It prevents you from evolving and growing. And your people, the one who trusted you, start feeling abandoned because you pivot towards something, because there is no communication about how this brand is supposed to be evolving with you. There is so much I can teach you about this. So give me a follow if this topic is interesting to you, because I will talk about it so much more in the future videos. You want a brand that can grow and evolve with you. Easy test you can do right now is asking yourself, is my brand built on what would sell, or is it built on what will put my fucking soul on fire? You feel the difference, right? And that is your first telltale sign that your brain might be too narrow to hold your identity. Second biggest shift is stop convincing people and start demonstrating. I see it all the time. Most clients, when they come into my world and I look at their content, I see how they're proving their points. They're convincing, they're proving all of these arguments, why they do what they do, and almost never demonstrating it. You don't need to say, I help women shift their perspective. You go in there and shift their perspective in real time. Here is a little table that will help you right now identify whether or not you're still convincing instead of transmitting. Let's take a look at it together. So instead of saying, I help women step into their power, you're going to speak in a way that feels powerful. You're going to speak directly to them so that she experiences this empowerment real time in your story or in your reel. Instead of saying, I combine psychology and energy work, you show them exactly how you do that. You show them what specific elements you use, like walk them through your thinking. Instead of saying, I help people release shame, come up with a storytelling from your own experience that will then lead them into this realization that will automatically open up their shame and automatically validate it and make it normal. You get what I'm saying? Go to your Instagram right after you finish that video and check your latest post. Did you use the convincing language, or are you already embodying what you're preaching? And if that was really like, wow, that's exactly what I've been looking for, follow me and comment the word shift in a comment so that I know that this is exactly the kind of content that you enjoy. Selling without selling doesn't happen when you master persuasion, manipulation, psychological triggers. That just makes you feel sleazy inside, and in result, it dilutes your ability to be really strong and convincing with your message. Very counterintuitive, but that's exactly how it works. The more you convince, the less convincing you actually sound. Selling without selling means igniting in your client this feeling of like, it resonates with me. I don't fully understand this yet, but I like what I'm hearing. Let me hear more. You begin selling without even saying a word about sale by igniting the person. Third and last shift for today. If you're still using other people's frameworks to communicate your message, it's not gonna feel alive. When I work with my clients, I help them develop their own framework instead of just telling them, hey, here's how you say it, here's how you sell it. Because that might have worked 10 to 15 years ago. Now it's just gonna make you bleak and dull and uninteresting. Instead of translating your own ideas, frameworks, worldview, you're just blindly repeating other people's ideas. You're using their language to describe yourself, and it'll never create the deep devotion that you crave. Because that's not personal branding, that's just borrowing someone else's persona to sell. Most of the brands that I see struggle not because they don't know what to say, it's because they are actually holding back on the things that they want to say. It's like a self-defense mechanism built into us to protect us from rejection. Yes, that's true. You have the controversial ideas, you have these opinions, but you don't express them because you're scared of being rejected. And by extension, you are diluting the most powerful messages that your brand could have and something that would actually make you unforgettable. Does it sound familiar when you write something bold and like you're trembling inside? You're like not sure if I should post it or not? Then you delete it. That's the way that you can test whether or not you're saying something authentic right now, truly. Not just, oh yeah, I believe in this, but like your raw power. What makes you different is when you feel slightly uncomfortable while posting that. And we all have those opinions, those things. I have a whole arsenal of these tools you can use to extract those exact thoughts and opinions that will make you find that authentic edge within you that will instantly turn heads towards you, instantly make people tune in, actually lean in to hear what you're saying. But today I'm gonna give you this one task, this one exercise. It's exactly what I've described. Write something that feels slightly uncomfortable as you post it. Something that when you post it, you like don't want to check your phone back for likes because you're scared you will see something that you don't like. And the way you can do it, you can write about your work or about your message, just like a stream of consciousness. Don't overthink it, and then go back, read through it, and highlight the sentences that felt a little too honest, a little too bold, a little like, ugh, should I say that? And then take those exact lines and build whole post just from that lines, expanding on those ideas that felt a little too expensive. What was the line that made you feel, oh, can I actually say that? Maybe I shouldn't say that? That exact line is going to be your first sentence of your post, or maybe a title if you're doing a little carousel or a reel. Use that exact line in the very front and center when people can see it. Post it, pray, close your Instagram until tomorrow. Don't check on it. Just forget, distract yourself. Go to the cinema, go drink a coffee. Because that line is your real authentic brand voice. And if you can train yourself to speak in that brand voice, in no time, you're gonna be really unforgettable and you're gonna have clients chasing you. They're gonna pay you and thank you for accepting them. Yes, this is the level of devotion you're cultivating when you're choosing to say the uncomfortable things that only you could say, because your people, your current clients, they would like to say that. They agree with that. They also think about it, but they didn't have the courage, the boldness, the conviction to communicate it, and you did. And that's why they're gonna look at you and they're gonna go, I want that. Wow, what a powerful video. Comment below what ignited you the most, please. I really need your feedback to refine my content and really deliver something that can activate you instantly and elevate your brand, turning it from regular to unforgettable. Of course, subscribe if you want to build a brand that evolves with you and sells for you. And if you want my actual eyes on your brand, not generic advice, but a precision breakdown of exactly what I would do if your brand was mine, then you can book your call with me in the description below. Remember that I believe in your magic, and I'll see you in the next one.